What's up, dudes and bros and broettes? Come with me and let's pick up a few of these Surinam. So this is Surinam wild cherry. This whole bush next to my tent, all of this. So you can see there's a lot of little baby ones here, and there's a few big ones. Looks like 3, I'm not sure if it's 1. Oh no, it looks like 4 or 5 stems, the real big ones. You know, I'm not sure if it's 1 big one or if that's 4 different big ones surrounded by a whole lot of smaller ones. But look, they're coming on. Terrible batch. Wow, you should have seen last year. I mean, just covered. Right now you would be seeing a lot of colour. You can barely see them. This year, you see them? Well, last year it was just absolutely covered. I was just picking all day. I'd fill up 2 jars per day. So I was literally having all you can eat. Let's walk around the front. Maybe we can see them better in the sun here. Do you like my oven? Protect from the rain. So let's walk around here and we can see them a bit better. Here we go, there's a good amount of them. See them here. Look at that. So that's the colour they go. Nice and dark, like a normal cherry. About the size of a blueberry. Absolutely glistening there. Let me taste. Yeah, no, they're fantastic. So that's the colour that they go. You can see that they start like green, go to yellow. Green, yellow, orange, then red, and then that very dark colour, maroon to black. So obviously it's got really good antioxidants in there. Yeah, I made a video on this. You'll get to see me make it. So last year I was up here, standing on here. They were just covering all this bush. What happened was that the bees, there's a whole colony of bees around here somewhere, and they attack a whole tree at a time and pollinate a whole tree at a time. I remember like a few months ago, this whole tree here, it sounded like a giant beehive because there was just like 1,000 bees all over it. And you can see this actually in one of my videos this year that I made this bush when it was flowering, and what you saw was all the white flowers, and you can't see them anymore because it's obviously not putting more out right now. I hope it puts out another batch of flowers though, because I really want more. They're really awesome. So you can see how big this bush is. It's massive. It's just about the height of a tree, or horticulturally, the taxonomical definition of a tree is like 5 meters. And it's almost 5 meters, I'd say, at the tip, right up there. I want to climb it. Put the camera here and then climb it, but there's not many up there this year. So unfortunately, I will not be climbing it in front of you. But we can just eat a few. So here's the seed. You can see the seed here. Sometimes they're bicuspid. That was actually a word I was looking for recently in a video. I can't remember what I was talking about. I think organic portals, I was saying something about them being possibly bicusped. Anyway, yeah, no, I just thought I'd show you guys that because it's really like lovely, the colors. I also like the rainbow chili. Have you seen my video on rainbow chilies? Back in Australia a few years ago, I did a video on rainbow chilies, and rainbow chilies are like this too. They come up in the colored stages. It's just really nice to obviously have around your garden at home. If you're living in a house, lucky you, and then you can put these as a hedge, because, you know, see how it's cut back kind of there. I've done that, you know. I've kind of shaped this tree a little bit here. Otherwise it'd be sticking out here and I wouldn't be able to sit here so easily. So as you can see, you could trim it into a hedge, and that's why I made a video recently, Surinam cherry in every school. And that's the video I was referring to just before, where you can see it in full flower, and it had a lot of flowers. Look, there's one. But see, that flower's like, you know, gone. It's not white. It looks like it's possibly been pollinated, but yeah, not too many on the tree, you see. But they're really beautiful, and you can just see that they grow a lot. You know, you can tell that if the bees got it in time. It's just the bees missed it. Yeah, it was unfortunate timing, but a really good example for me anyway, because you guys, I guess, didn't see last year, because I deleted the video I had up of this last year. Because when people don't like the video, you know, I think I just often take down the video. So you got to make sure to press the like button. That tells me that you enjoyed it and you know, you want the video up there. So I deleted that video last year of this in full fruit. You know, it had, see here, how you see a lot here? A lot of fruit there. See all the colours? Well, last year it was just absolutely covered and thicker than that. Twice, 3 times that. It was amazing. I was literally picking like 2 jarfuls per day for, you know, 2 to 3 months. So I had absolutely all I could eat just from this one tree, and then there's several other trees. So boy, am I glad that someone donated this last week. Because I don't actually have as much as I thought I would have. And then I would have been able to like do a fast on them. I'd like fast on these for a month and not eat too much other food. But yeah, gladly someone donated so I can eat a little bit more normally. But really beautiful bush, and I just love the colours, you know. Look at this, just multicolour. Well, it's really nice on your eyes when you go outside, because look, everything's green. That's why I love flowers too, because it just focuses your iris in of your eye, I've noticed. So it's actually healing just to look at these colours while you're picking it. It focuses your eyes back in. It's almost a type of tatraka practice. Do you guys know Trataka? 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 It's an Indian practice where you sort of you sort of unblinkingly stare at something with your eyes open until they start to water, and then don't blink, so that you build up the water in your eye and it sort of washes your eye out. But it's not just that, it's said to heal many things, Trataka practice, because you know, reflexologically, but mainly you could think of it as your mucosa membrane clears, like around your face, in your sinuses, right, in your nostrils and so on. And then you'll notice that you know, loosens other parts of your body reflexologically as well. Let's just pick a few more of these. Let's get up on this. Oh, ow. Oh, spike myself. Take that, tree. Oh. Okay, we're not in a very comfortable spot. Up here in Surinam. Just hanging out. So, whoop. pick that up later. So yeah, you can see there's a lot ready. I could probably get quite a few if I have a good look around. There's other trees here too, but you pretty much want to wait until they're this colour or darker. If it's maroon, it starts to get soft. So let's see how it's soft there. God, they taste so nice. Really sweet. So absolutely fantastic bush to grow. They do grow in Australia. I'm sure you can get them growing in America or wherever you guys are living. I just really wanted to show the beauty of that. And don't forget what I said about the Tritaka, because it definitely helps my eyes focus in. Out of like daydreaming, focuses your irises. So it's actually, you know, an all-around healing practice to go pick these little berries as well. Especially if you're out in the sun, you get your vitamin D, you know. So, you know, it's more than just you're eating the antioxidant. Obviously, they're very good antioxidants. I can tell you that firsthand. I can feel the effects in my body. On a hot day, you could literally just survive on these because you got some nutrition in there. And I have done a video on this, maybe one nutritional coverage video right at the start of the $30 Bandit Food Plant Teaching Series. I did a video on this wild Brazilian Surinam bush cherry. It's actually from Surinam, I guess, because it's called Surinam, but that's above Brazil. But yeah, look, we're down here in Uruguay and it's growing. It's an evergreen, so it's growing through the winter as well, so you can just always cut it back and, you know, shape it and everything. But look how big it is, you know, it's quite large. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed having a look at the Surinams. Let me know if you've tried these before. Look, and actually they're bigger in Australia. Actually in 2014 abode, in my, again, $30 Bandit Food Plant Teaching playlist, the food plant playlist, you can also see in 2014 where I'm around a little bush at that house I was staying at, and so those guys had a bush as well, and they were a lot bigger. They were twice the size of these ones. And then I have another video 2 years ago in Uruguay where I show in someone's backyard, a friend's backyard back in the city here in Uruguay, another small bush, and they were only this size, but smaller even. They were smaller than this even, so that's because there's less like hot season here. In Australia, you got a little bit more heat in North New South Wales compared to where I am now. Almost the same latitude, but just a little bit different seasonally and the weather. So they do get bigger than this, the ones you just saw in my hand. You know, I'll just quickly show you again for reference. So imagine these twice the size. Even that big one there, even this big one, twice the size I had them in Australia. And actually they fermented more too. I remember that these ones don't ferment quite as well. So the larger ones I had in Australia, they fermented a bit better, and it was so good that I remember 3 handfuls at that 2014 house. I had 3 handfuls, like 3 big handfuls of these, the big ones back there in Australia, and I felt tipsy, like, you know, drunk tipsy. So it was turning to wine inside the skin. And yeah, so the bigger ones back in Australia were like drinking wine off a tree. So you get antioxidation, you get relaxed. And I'm willing to bet, I can't remember, but I'm willing to bet there's resveratrol in here. You know, the same thing that's in wine. That's like a massive anti-aging, well-researched substance. So anyway, look how big it is. It's quite tall. Seems 5 meters to me up the top. So they can get huge, and it's still growing, so it can get quite huge. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Nice relaxing day out here in the sun, in the camping ground with Otto. Look at little Otto. Let's see if he'll eat one. Otto, do you want one? Big. Yeah? Biggie. Big. Oh, he has a lick. No. Yeah, leave it on your little foot. There you go. Oh, he's gonna do it. Eat it. Ah, do it, boys. Good for you. Alright, see you later, guys.